whole scene where Flathead is left alone with Jimmy Schubert's squeeze, Linda, our sister, in a Jacksonville motel room while Schubert flies to the left coast. This is a weird thing. I mean, I bet other people have had something like this happen.
I don't think
Schubert doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that is going to be enjoying this thought.
No, I mean, A, he made a huge mistake. B, it haunted him, I'm sure. And it always will haunt him.
Now, why didn't Linda just go with?
Because she was booked at this comedy fest of Jacksonville called Let's Laugh at Skinner.
Wow. Hardly anything to laugh at.
So, you know, you just don't make those kind of mistakes. You don't do that with your buddies. You don't put your buddies on the spot and test them.
Doesn't sound like there was much of a choice. I mean, what do you do in a situation like that where there's no room at the inn? I mean, he's been, as we all know, Schubert's been kind of waiting to get that TV gig for a while, and he's been called on a lot of these auditions, and he's just kind of waiting for the right thing to pop. So I couldn't blame him for going. He's got to go. What do you do? Here's the rock, here's the hard spot.
Yeah, here's the rock, all right. He's throwing the rock right now.
Did you ever catch a buddy? One of your checks?
1-800-RON-and-RON. 1-800-766-6766.
I invited him in.
No, but we're talking...
Oh, you're a good friend.
I'm done, big man. Get in there.
Uninvited.
I mean, other than your father, Ronnie.
Follow smoke. Follow smoke, buddy. It'll take her a little while to know you're even in there.
Now, you have a general policy that makes sense to me. It's like the military thing. When it comes to your chick...
Don't ask, don't tell.
Right. Because why? You don't want to know.
You don't want to know. You want to stay ignorant.
You don't want to know the bad stuff. Only the good.
Yeah. People that want to know the bad, I think they want to go through life in a bad mood, all upset.
Well, here's my thing, though. It used to be that it really didn't matter. There was no consequence to it. But now, you know, you got HIV floating around out there.
Oh, forget about that.
No, but if she's out banging somebody unsecure...
Oh, she's going to be secure.
She could be passing a death sentence on you.
Stop it.
She could be.
Stop it.
Something to consider.
Nothing to worry about.
Well, it certainly is. I don't know.
People are absolutely safe.
Now, have you been in this situation before? Does that kind of thing worry you? 1-800-RON-and-RON, 800-766-6766. Whatever you're thinking.
Steve, you're on the Ron and Ron show. Good morning.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
Hey, my next-door neighbor for 5 years, a real good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Took my wife away.
How'd that happen?
Well, I kind of let him in, be friends. You know, we were always down there. He was always over.
Really?
Now, did he have a chick with him?
Oh, yeah, he was married, had a kid. I had 2 kids.
Did he get both houses?
Actually, he ended up getting one of my rental houses. My ex-wife gave it to him.
How did you find out about it?
I caught him on the internet. I got into her mailbox and found the messages and stuff.
You got into her box,
I kind of knew something was going on, but I couldn't prove it.
Right.
And then finally I got the proof.
What were these messages saying?
Oh, yeah, he's found the love of his life and, you know, always admired her, and he's, you know, so happy that he gets to have sex with her on a daily basis.
Oh, and so you're reading this.
Yeah.
How incriminating.
So I call his wife, and she comes down, she reads it, he throws him out.
Why would you go involve his wife?
Well, you know, hey.
Why hurt her?
Well, she needed to know.
Everybody's going down.
Now,
I know.
Everybody, when it happens, everybody's happening, you know?
Maybe she didn't want him, though.
Well,
Of course she did.
They were married for like 20 years. I was married for 10 years.
Oh, so that's not as bad.
Now they have each other, and, you know, hey, let them have each other.
What do you got? Nothing?
I got his ex-wife.
Oh, hold on.
Are you really with her?
Yeah, we visit once in a while, you know, at least once a week.
You guys are swingers.
When you say
This is swinging.
so what you're saying is you're boning his ex and he's got your ex.
Well, I waited at least until I was divorced, until I got his ex.
Classy.
You know, but
Get his computer?
He's had her for 2 years.
So he's had her over which way, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Let them have it. They're gonna burn someday.
yeah, someday. Right now they're having fun.
Hell is almost full, but it's got room for 2 more.
All right, my friend. Thanks, Dave.
See, now, there's another thing that comes up with the Internet, because everybody's having these online affair things, right? I mean, you hear about this all the time.
Do you think that's harmless?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound like it there. I don't know how it started. Maybe that was just, maybe in that situation it started
I'll
in
go
the
this
flesh.
far. I'll say adultery is harmless.
Really?
Yeah. And they make way too big a deal out of it in those commandments. I mean, you don't throw that in there with murder.
Really? Where would you put it?
Put it way in the bottom, like not eating your vegetables.
All right, is it above or
That's
below?
not a commandment.
Let's figure out where it goes.
In my house, it was.
Shoplifting.
Oh, it's below that.
It's not as bad. It's much worse. Shoplifting, much worse than adultery. Okay, what about parking, too long, illegal parking in it without feeding the meter?
And a handicap spot.
Oh, handicap is not that bad.
Because you're going to be right back out.
It's basically a victimless crime.
Well, if you do it like you don't get caught, I suppose it is.
Yeah. Well, if this guy hadn't went snooping around like an animal, I mean, apparently they cared enough about him not to let him know for 2 years. They cared enough about his feelings.
So you should appreciate that?
Thank you.
So you're saying it's one thing to have an affair, but it's another thing to do such a sloppy job of it that you get caught and screwed.
Well, I mean, it's going to only appear sloppy if, the guy's on you like an idiot. Like this guy went around snooping everywhere he didn't belong.
So he's in the mailbox. You have the biggest...
But the neighbor should never have written, I enjoy having sex with you every day. That sounds like something Marcia would write in her diary for Cindy to see on purpose.
That could mean anything.
Well, I wonder how many people this has happened
metaphor?
to. I mean, it happened to him. I bet there are other people out there that had something like this
You
happen.
never got caught before in such a situation?
Never. That would just be poor sportsmanship.
Before the lovely Mrs. Bennington, I was married for a cup of coffee.
Really?
And this person comes home, like, in the middle of the day when they're supposed to be working, and throws everything out of whack. Obviously, I'm going to be doing something if I think I got 3 hours to spare.
Oh, jeez, where's my pants?
Hey, you talk about embarrassing.
No, why?
Because here, you're supposed to be married and everything, and, you may be dating.
Sure. So now, did the person you were with, she knew that you were supposed to be married? Or was that a surprise, too?
Hey, I'm not sitting asking her all of her problems.
Didn't ask for a resume?
But anyway, that is a very nice little arrangement I had.
Yeah.
Because of snooping.
Sure. And then she becomes...
And who's the better for it?
Okay.
She could be living right here, right now. She could be living large. Well, she could be hanging around with Fez Whately.
Aw.
There's the theory.
She blew it.
She might not have been... she might not have made it this far. Something was missing. She wouldn't satisfy in everything, or you wouldn't have had that strange.
You can't satisfy everything, can you, my friend?
Grace, you're on the Ron show.
Hello.
Hey, Grace.
Hello, darling.
I just wanted to say something about what Ron said about adultery being a victimless crime.
Yes.
It is most definitely not a victimless crime.
How do you figure that?
Well, the partner is innocent in this situation.
Everybody's innocent. That's my point.
Well,
unless
let's look at it this way.
Unless you knock them down before you do it, then there's a,
Well, what about all the diseases that are out there?
What about condoms?
Well, that's good.
I don't want this constantly being brought back to the disease factor. Whether or not this is a victimless crime has nothing to do with that.
Well, also, you said about being caught. Okay, you've got to be discreet, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But you've got to go back to the disease factor.
No,
even if you use condoms, they're not 100% effective.
They're 200%.
No, they're not.
Grace, what happened to you?
Grace is saying if you can get knocked, then you can get something else.
Right.
And that's like, 97% or something.
I'll take those odds.
Ron?
And the heat.
I wish we had that when we were flying, Fizzy, 97%.
That'd be good.
Instead of the lousy 8% you have catching a flight.
All we had is 8.
Grace, did something happen to you to turn you so bitter?
No, I'm not bitter.
Oh, yes, you are.
I guess I am.
Well,
you
happened
are.
to you?
I guess you could say I am.
What happened, Grace?
I've had problems in the past with cheating partners.
Now, whose fault were they? Mostly the guy.
Well, of course it was the guy's fault. It couldn't have been my fault.
Why not? You're perfect?
Because, yes, I'm perfect. I'm an excellent lover. I'm a wonderful
That's
lover.
why they all keep running around with other
care
people.
of her man when I had a man.
Yeah.
And I have been, because of this, and also because I am now a Christian, I've been celibate for 15 years.
To me, you're like, for 15 years?
Whoa!
Now, how do you know you were even a wonderful lover? There might have been a lot of new things in the last 15 years.
No, because, because I've had my ex come back to me and tell me there's no way I could have been.
What?
Been what? This is after he's been with somebody else?
Oh, yeah.
Now, so for 15 years, you've done nada. Nothing.
Exactly.
Not even an online chat room?
Nope.
Not any self-fulfillment?
Nope.
Really?
Really.
Well, Grace, you're talking crazy now. We've got to go.
Okay.
All right.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
She was the key to that thing.
What Christian religion's that?
I don't know.
I mean, unless you're a nun, forget about it.
All right, I gotta wonder though about how this whole email online affair thing is. If you've ever stumbled into a situation where you find out that somebody you thought was yours is doling out the goodies to somebody else.
Doling out the goodies.